Hey everyone, Jake here for American Trucks, and in this video we're taking a look at the MagnaFlow Street Series single exit exhaust system fitting 2014 and newer four-wheel drive Ram 2500s and 3500s equipped with the 6.4 liter Hemi. The Street Series exhaust from MagnaFlow is perfect for the heavy-duty Ram owner who's looking for an upgrade to their truck that would be both enjoyable and a bit more on the subtle side. The hallmark of this system is that it gives you a better, deeper, and more noticeable tone without going overboard on volume. I like to call the Street Series the Goldilocks system, as I think they really strike a nice balance between improved sound and everyday livability. For that reason, this one gets a 2 out of 5 on our loudness meter. It's still a noticeable difference versus stock, but it's a great choice for a daily driven truck. Now, it's easy to make a big lumpy V8 like the 6.4 Hemi sound good, but it's also easy to make it just too loud. And it's hard to get a good tone with an acceptable volume that's not going to drive you or your neighbors nuts every time you start your truck. Now, I think MagnaFlow really struck an excellent balance with the Street Series system. Like you heard from the clips at the beginning of the video, the change is definitely noticeable versus stock. It's much deeper, much more of that old school big block V8 rumble than the stock system, but it's not really all that much louder. That, of course, translates to the sound inside of the cabinet as well. And unlike a lot of other catback systems, this is going to be pretty unobtrusive on the inside. You get that nice low rumble, but nothing too loud, no drone, so it makes for a very pleasant experience when you're out on the road. But of course, when you lay into it, you get that nice bark that you're looking for. Now, part of that is that this is a big 4-inch diameter exhaust, but a lot of it is also due to the mufflers. Now, since this is a catback system, this is going to replace your original resonator and muffler, leaving you with these two. You've got this one large suitcase muffler and this smaller one that's in the over-axle pipe. Now, MagnaFlow calls these both straight through, and as you can see through this one, but there's still quite a bit of baffling inside of both of them to help keep volume in check and again stave off that drone or other unwanted frequencies. Now, this particular system is also going to exit in the same location as your stock exhaust, and it features this big polished tip. So it keeps that subtle theme going, but you do get that nice polished 5-inch exhaust tip capping the whole thing off, so the eagle-eyed among you will notice that before you even start the truck up. Construction, as we've come to expect from MagnaFlow, is quite good. The material here is all T409 grade stainless steel, so this is solid and it provides you with some good resistance to rust and corrosion. It's also going to save you a bit of money versus a full T304 stainless setup. And the piping here again is all 4 inches in diameter all the way back, and it is mandrel bent, making for good exhaust flow and lower back pressure than stock. Plus, you've got that nice welded T304 dual wall stainless tip on the back too, so that's going to have that nice polished look and also be very resistant to rust and corrosion. When it comes to pricing, this setup is going to run you about $1,400, which does put it on the more expensive side, but not by a whole lot. Now again, you're not getting a ton of fancy features, no valves, no T304 stainless, but this is a big exhaust. It's got solid construction, a great sound profile, and again, it's going to be an excellent choice for a daily driven truck. Installation is about what you'd expect for an exhaust like this, and we're going to give it a 2 out of 3 on our difficulty meter with an install time of about 2 hours. This is a bolt-on system that's not going to require you to make any modifications to your truck and will utilize all your factory exhaust hanger locations. All the new clamps and hardware you need are included in the box as well, so it's ready to bolt up right out of the gate. With that, let's head on over to the shop and we'll walk you through the install process.
For this install, you need a 3/8 impact, 15mm socket, pry bar, exhaust hanger tool, a mallet, and safety glasses. All right, today we're gonna be installing an exhaust on our Ram. First, we're gonna watch a quick video how to uninstall a stock system, then we'll come back here to install the new one.
All right, so we have to remove this exhaust hanger up here first. It's a little tight up there, so it's hard to get an exhaust hanger tool in there. So we're gonna go ahead and use a pry bar. And we can kind of just go ahead and work either side back and forth. Right, and just like that, our hanger's free. All right, so our next step's gonna be to remove our clamp. It might be a good time to grab some safety glasses. When you take these off, rust tends to fly everywhere. So I got my 15mm socket on an impact gun, and we can go ahead and remove it. All right, now we can go to the back side and start to wiggle out this tailpipe. Might find it easier to bang on the edge of the muffler here with a little rubber mallet. Okay, so we have 2 hangers on the back side of the larger muffler, and then 1 hanger on the front and our clamp. So we'll undo our first hanger, undo our clamp, and then we can slide it out of the back 2 hangers. All right, now with our clamp loose, we can go ahead and slide this muffler out. All right, so we were able to slide our hanger out on this side, but this side's a little tighter, so I'm gonna get in there with our remover tool. And now we can go ahead and pull straight back. All right, so our last step's gonna be to remove our final exhaust hanger, remove our clamp, and then we can slide this pipe out.
All right, now we're ready to start installing our new exhaust. So we have our muffler section here. We have one of our 3.5-inch clamps. You'll see the exhaust hanger here. That's gonna go on our isolator up there. So we're gonna put our muffler over our factory pipe. Might just need to wiggle it on a little bit, but get it into place, and then we'll get our hanger into our isolator. All right, just push your muffler up into your isolator. The next section is our over the axle pipe. So we're gonna feed that up over the axle. We have our next 3.5-inch clamp here. Slide that over our muffler and then into our 2 hangers up here and here. Lastly, we just have our tip section. So we have our largest 4-inch clamp on here. We're just gonna get our hanger in our isolator first and then slide our over the axle pipe into our tip. Now we can go from starting from the front, working our way backwards, adjusting and tightening our clamps. Now we're gonna come to the front of the muffler, and if you need to, just adjust it because it is angled. You just need to make sure it clears the drive shaft. We're gonna take our impact and 15mm socket and tighten down our first clamp. And we just have our clamp after our muffler. Same thing, impact and 15mm socket. And then lastly, we have our clamp for our tip, our largest, our 4-inch clamp.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install the MagnaFlow Street Series single exit exhaust system fitting the 2014 and newer 4-wheel drive Ram 2500s and 3500s equipped with the 6.4 liter Hemi. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, for all things Ram, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.